Have a look at this little excerpt from a town hall with Anderson Cooper from CNN. She's just out with it here.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, he's a fascist, Tim, even though he's been president before and he's running in an election to be president again.
Absolutely. Remember a few weeks ago, or really a few months ago maybe, when Kamala Harris was selling joy as the message of her campaign? Where's the joy gone? In the meantime, you've got Donald Trump smiling and laughing and interacting with people as he hands out burgers at McDonald's, and they're all like, "They're McHitler burgers, you fascist monster!" They've lost all the joy, and when you lose the joy in American politics, you might be losing the race.
They want to kill Trump and kill Ronald McDonald, and that's how they're going to bring joy.
Yeah, they brought Grimace instead, and they're a sour old crew. Yeah.
Would you like Grimace with that? Yes. I'm going to show another clip of Kamala Harris. Sorry to do that to everybody at home, but I think you're going to enjoy this clip. This is quite extraordinary. She sat down for an interview, and she was pressed, of course, on how bad Joe Biden was. How his faculties were not up to the job of being president. Have a look.
Joe Biden is an extremely accomplished, experienced, and capable in every way that anyone would want if they're president.
You never saw anything like what happened at the debate night behind closed doors with him?
It was a bad debate. People have bad debates. He is absolutely.
But that's the reason why you're here, and he's not running for the top of the ticket.
Well, you'd have to ask him if that's the only reason why.
Whoa!
He's doing so well, Tim. She should pull out of the race and let him recontest.
There's a whole lot just happening in a very short time in that clip, wasn't there? I mean, for a start, when Kamala was reeling off all the reasons why Joe was so great, there wasn't a lot of eye contact. She's like, well, he's really great and fantastic guy, totally honest about this. And then at the end, you'd have to ask him about it. His brain's so scrambled, he won't give you an answer, so to hell with you. Yeah, she's all over the shop.
She's so strategic. She's so clever, Mark, that when she's telling everybody how brilliant the serving president is, she doesn't even think that they might then ask her why he's decided not to recontest.
You're spot on, mate. This is the thing. You've noticed this as well with all her fracking stuff. All she's doing is she'll just say whatever they tell her to say. But then what happens is someone asks a very simple question and she's completely lost because she's off the script. I just want to play a game of poker with her because that tell is so it's so see-through. She's as transparent as Glad wrap. It'll be beautiful.
Look, she needs an advisor to have a look at what's going on in Australia. She's got to learn how to play politics. You just give out free bus rides, free lunches and public holidays. That's the way to get elected.
Yeah, simple.
Now, I'm actually going to undermine that theory because I want to go and show just how stupid we are in this country. Let's have a look at what's happened in Western Australia here. First of all, a famous painting at the Western Australian Art Gallery was attacked by these climate activists. Luckily, there's a piece of perspex in front of this famous McCubbin painting. And so their Woodside emblem only went onto the perspex and didn't damage the actual painting. But now the West Australian Museum has paid, we don't know who, how much, to get that bit of perspex and keep that as a bit of history. They want to immortalise the climate action vandals, Tim.
Well, these people always consider art that which doesn't offend them. I mean, I know that people always talk about wanting edgy art and so on, and this would fall into the edgy category. But let's say the WA Museum's administrators woke up tomorrow morning to find the driveways outside their very impressive houses blocked with a 4-ton statue of a vandal. Let's put it back on them and see how they like it, because no one in Western Australia or Australia likes this sort of vandalism stuff, and we hate it even more, I guess, when it's being rewarded and supported in this sort of way.
It shouldn't be rewarded, Mark. Perhaps the solution here is not to keep that perspex and put it on display at the West Australian Museum, but build a perspex box and put one of the protesters in there and just put them on display.
Oh. Yes. Oh, I like that, Chris. You're an artist. That's better.
It's
That's
kidneys,
better.
kidneys. I'm a thinking man.
Yes.
I'm up there with Kamala Harris.
And I was... The big brains. I love it, mate. I was going to go down and get one of those big bags of vomit that they were using down at the protest just the other week here in Melbourne and see if I could sell that to the museum as well. So, because that's all this is.
You should.
It's just activism that they're trying to capitalise. Yeah.
Exactly. Some of the horse dung, everything they're down there. Take it to the West Australian Museum.
Yeah.
They'll pay for it. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a good, obviously another long weekend, presumably, in Victoria. We'll see you when you get back to work eventually. Mark Nicholson and Tim Blair there, both coming from the great state of Victoria.